Ilham Koistani som representerar sig själv här, men också representerar en av de två organisationer som är huvudarrangörer av dagens manifestation, den afghanska föreningen, en förening som har bildats av exilafghaner i Sverige för att vara en röst för exilafghaner, svenska afghaner här i landet. Varsågod. Salam alaikum. Ilham Koistani, human rights defender as Afghanistan. So I came here last year at January 2020. Currently I'm working with Afghanistan Association in Sweden, and I want to thank all my colleagues and the board member of Afghanistan Association in Sweden, and also Swedish Committee for Afghanistan for arranging this demonstration, and for all their efforts and all their hard workings during the last few weeks. Today, I didn't prepare any speech for myself because I want to talk from my heart, and I just want to share some of my experience and my feelings when I was in Afghanistan and when the Taliban took over the country in 15 August 2021. So this day is not a collapse of Afghanistan Republic government, but this is a collapse of many Afghan hopes and the future. I worked in Afghanistan for more than 8 years as a human rights defender and women rights activist. But today, after 2 years, I'm standing here in a situation that my colleagues and my friends and my other Afghan women and girls, they didn't have access to their basic human rights. They are in the country, they are banned from education, they didn't have access to work, they didn't have access to medical health care. They are banned from their freedom of choice. They are not able to select what to wear. They are not able to select to go to schools. They are not able to fulfill their wishes, to have access to education, to make a future for themselves and for their families. Today I am standing here and I feel sorry for each those women inside of the country that as a defender and as an activist I was with. And now for 2 years they are inside of the country and they have nothing to, they have nothing on their hands. They are just sitting at homes, and their hopes for the future is dark and invisible. Today I am here to ask for everyone to stand with Afghan women, to show your solidarity, just to raise their voice and just to give them access to their basic human rights. We have inside of the country many young women and many young girls that they are banned from education and they are forced married. They didn't have the choice to go out of their homes. They didn't have the freedom to select where they want to go and what they want to wear. The situation for girls and women, and also for many other Afghan citizens like men, is not what they want, but it is what forced on them. Now, many of Afghans are struggling with the poverty. They didn't have anything to eat. They are selling their children just to have some food for their families. They are selling their daughters to have a bread on their homes. 2 years, they are banned from education. It means that our next generations will be uneducated. And these 2 years is a sacrifice for our many years of generation. At the first time, when the Taliban came, I was at the primary school, and I was banned from education for 5 years. In last 20 years of Afghanistan Republic government, I struggled more than anyone, but still I was not able to complete my education at the age that it was required. One generation sacrificed their life. My mother sacrificed their life just to keep me, to educate me. And today, unfortunately, we are not able to support our girls just to go to school. We know that the women's rights and girls' education is as important as we are the other human rights in the country. I ask all of the international community, especially the Swedish Committee for Afghanistan, the UNICEF, that they will stand and they will be with Afghan women for their rights to education and for their rights to access the basic human rights. I also ask that at this moment we are in the urgent needs of the humanitarian assistance inside of the country, as we are dealing with poverty and the economic system collapse inside of the country. From here, I also call for all of our Afghans that come together and be united, and let's stand against this regime, and let's stand with our sisters. Let's stand, let's give them the courage, and let's advocacy for their rights, not inside of the country, but also all around the world. I ask everyone to just one post in your social media and put the hashtag of Stand with Afghan Women and Right to Education for Afghan Girls. It will help us to raise those women inside of the country, to raise their voice, because they are treated by their life in the country. Although we have many Afghans that now